your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. I'm glad that worked. Trim my nails and maybe trim just a little bit too short, but hey, it worked, which is good because it is a wonderful and beautiful and glorious Sunday afternoon. And how are you all doing on this beautiful and glorious and wonderful Sunday afternoon? I hope you're doing fine and wonderful and beautiful and glorious. I'm not so sure those are going to be the words of the day. I don't normally throw those out like that. Beautiful and glorious. I mean, those are obviously good words to describe myself, but yeah, I don't use them all that often, other than, well, I mean, if you watch the videos, you see that I use them all the time in my opening. But yeah, I hope you're doing good. Has your weekend been going good? Been going fine? Been going awesome? I'm going to set things up while I'm jibber-jabbering. I certainly hope you've had a wonderful weekend, or whenever it is you've decided to watch this, and I do appreciate you watching this. Gotta admit, Freelancer Joe's not feeling it. Just not feeling it. I mean, I had enough energy to take the shower and shave, as you can tell by the smooth skin. Skip the training though, again, just like I did last week. That's not good, but well, can't argue that the lower back it's better. If anything, it felt more like it was just a stiffness, at least when I woke up this morning. But felt it better to err on the side of caution because, again, this training cycle, the focus is actually going to be not on aggravating any potential injuries or making things worse, because there's a potential disruption in the works. I keep saying potential because, well, I mean, it's pretty much in the bag that it's happening. I'm just not sure of how much more effort it's going to take for it to happen. I did click Firefox, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right, there. It came up. That's how bad it is. I can't even remember what I did like 10 seconds ago. Although that could just be the old age kicking in. Freelancer Joe's not as young as he used to be. But then again, who is? I would be impressed if you are. I'd almost ask for the secrets of such. Almost. Hard to say. I kind of fall along the lines that immortality is not all it's cracked up to be. At least in our current condition. Okay, what have I done? What have I done? It's a question we should ask. Alright, started up that. What was I still working on? Well, okay, I think we're fine as far as technical debt goes. That's what I had been working on for my project. You know, I just talked about this yesterday in my Drinks with Joe episode. Perhaps I had a few too many drinks? Perhaps? No, that's not true. I remember, even though I almost forgot to record the Drinks with Joe episode, I suspect that as smart as it was for me to have the In the Bank episodes, the unfortunate problem is that they're also a temptation to use. They should only be used when absolutely necessary, not when I'm forgetful or just not feeling like it. But then again, that's why we have discipline and routine. Although I'm recording this a little late today. I'd probably normally record it like late morning, mid-afternoon. Although I guess this qualifies as mid-afternoon, around afternoon-ish. But I had been continuing doing my discs, my burns to Blu-ray for backing up my episodes. And I've been going surprisingly slowly. And I actually had a bit of a hiccup last night, because I had successfully burned like 3 discs, I want to say. And then it started having problems actually recognizing these as blank discs. which is not good. Verbatim is usually pretty high quality, but I ended up having to go this far down the spindle in order to find one that was suitable. I hope the rest are fine. I don't need too many more, but as I was saying, it was going slowly, and yeah, real slowly, like hours. I mean, I might actually have to run one of these. I'm definitely not gonna try backing this up while I'm doing my post-processing. I might, once I start the upload, I might try to burn one more, and hopefully I can burn another one before, started another one burning when the night's over. I just finished the October copy, so that still leaves me with November, December. Unfortunately, what I'm talking about, 1, 2, that only cover me for November. I'll still have to do December. I suppose I could wait until the end of the month? No. Again, this disruption I keep mentioning. Alright, looks like no warnings that came up. That is good. Why? Oh, that's always on top. That's fine. Okay. Make myself a little bit smaller. It's hard with this ego, I admit. Navigation looks good. Alright. Actually, I say that I'm not feeling it, but I think I may try recording another In the Bank episode. Oh, I didn't scroll up. Another In the Bank episode after I finish this. I think the last time I tried to record, it was to show a completion of the Izanami Forge, so that I could show me getting my first Izanami Forge weapon. But now I'm ready to go for another one, so that might be worth recording. Okay, alright, so that looks good. External link, that should work fine. We know the email works, because I haven't changed anything since I last tested it last week. External link looks good. Okay, so the one other thing I wanted to change. Okay, let's see. So while we are good for technical bit, the one other thing I wanted to change was I wanted to play with a little bit of the style. No, not this. This. Okay, so what am I not liking about it? Well, off the cuff, I'm going to say I don't like that there's no margin or padding there. So we can change that. Now, we can add padding around the entire... I'm trying to pick which LaCroix to do. Okay. Probably best to do it on the entire... Oh, that's interesting. It really shouldn't drop down there. Actually, it shouldn't. Should be able to scroll just a little bit lower. You can tell because, wait, alright. So the purple is the padding and the yellow is the margin. As you can see, the button has a margin, so it should push the content paper down, which it doesn't. Or not just enough. And the paper itself has a div. Maybe I need to... This is actually an interesting problem. Alright, if I increase... that root with displays flex column. Does it have a margin? And clearly, no, it doesn't have a margin. So maybe if I specify a margin? That'll do the trick. What do you feel like? 8? 16? Let's go with 16. No, that didn't do it. Did that do anything? Yeah, it affected the paper. That's... It affected where the popover showed up. That's not good. Alright, this is the list. Padding top, padding bottom. 8, 8. That's fine. This already has a margin. That's very strange. Margin 16px. Okay. Margin bottom 8. This shouldn't work. I want to say it has something to do with, I added what, the max height. No, not max height. This is interesting. I might have to play around with this some. Alright, well, right now the only thing, no, see there, now it's fine. So I almost want to say that the max height is causing the issue. Of course, if I leave it like this, then it's going to throw that warning about improving the user experience. So what can I do? Because based on the style, everything looks like it should work just fine. So let's look at content popover. It's a popover, duh, with messages and a button. So here's what I'm thinking. I should try putting this within a div and see if I add a margin to the div. Oh, yeah. Well, since we're going to restart and experiment, might as well stop it. So let's try that. So say div style equals, since we're doing this on the fly, we're going to evaluate for now. We'll move it out to the class's definitions if it actually works. If not, no point in doing that work. Alright, so display should still be flex, obviously, and flex direction, deluxe. Flex direction should be column. Flex start should be justify content. Is that? You know what? It's been so long since I've defined things that I actually am kind of fuzzy about me. What do you want? Oh, I don't define any styles in here. Nice. Content paper. That's very defined styles. Flex direction, justify content. No, there you go. Justify content, flex start, align item center. All right. So I knew flexed. Justify content, flex. Well, that's interesting. Why do I feel like that's not right? I almost feel like it should be flex capital S start, not flex dash start. Something about that seems odd. Alright, well, we'll try it. Is a column, justify content. Actually, no, it should be center. Align items, no. The column, so it should be. Well, if we're wrong, we just change it. Duh. CNTR, and I want to add a margin. Margin of margin. Again, the G. M-A-R-G-I-N. Margin of 8. Alright, let's see how that goes. Yeah, Splash view. How do I define the styles there? No, okay, it's flex dash start. That seems strange. I suspect if it actually does continue to act slow, I might try dropping the resolution on the camera, which is rather unfortunate. That's one of the things I liked about going with this Ubuntu Cosmic Cuttlefish desktop, was I was able to have it in higher resolution so that you can see me in all of my glory. Well, more of my glory, I should say, not all of my glory. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay. You see there, it's better. Let's see if it still works with the console up. Not that I expect most users to actually have a console up and running. Now, I suspect this is actually, it's either due to something I'm doing, well, probably due to something I'm doing perhaps not correctly. Although I suspect it has more to do with the fact that I'm using this particular library here. Library. And, okay, yeah, there. Okay, so that did it. It's very strange that I had to resort to that, though. Not incredibly strange, just not great. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm liking that. That does look better. I just like having a little bit of space there. I don't like the lines touching. Yeah. Which is completely different in just about everything I do in my life. Is that true? I mean, I like to have places for things. That's true. I was actually thinking about food, mostly. And, you know, some people like to keep the division between food clean, but, you know, for me, it ends up all mixed up in the stomach anyway, so, hey, whatever. Maybe that's more part of my unhealthy relationship with food. Alright, so we have that. Now, is there anything else to address immediately as far as style goes? Well, I will confess, I am not entirely... Oh, you know what we do need to change? Since that does work. We're going to go ahead and define a classes element. So we're going to call this the... What is this? Oh, interesting. We don't have a class defined. Ooh, okay. Alright. Alright, I forgot. So, content popover takes the classes that it's given. Alright, so this is going to be a little more complicated than I thought. So what we need to do again is find the places that use content popover. And I think it's the content paper as well as splash view. Content paper and ooh, custom slide components. Sorry. Okay. So we will need to define the classes there. Oh, content paper, come on. There you go. So basically, if you double click on it, sometimes you see how it's the font's a little different there. That means if I click on something else in here, it'll go away. So there we go. You have to double click it really good in order to make sure it doesn't go away, which is useful for when I switch. Okay, oh yeah, of course. But custom slide component actually also passes its classes through, so I bet you now this place uses it in splash view. There we go. Alright, so this guy. Alright, so these, yeah, I thought so. Splash view and content paper. Those are the two places I wanted to put it. Okay, so again, let's take this style. Rather unfortunate that I have to define it this high up. It's really very local to the content popover, but popover root, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. Oh yeah, since we're gonna have to stop it and restart it because I still haven't gotten the hot loading working again. Let's go ahead and do that. So we copied this. We'll put this in content paper. Also, we don't have to change anything else because it passes the entire classes thing through. And so instead of using style, we're going to say class name equals is it class name or classes, and then do I evaluate it or not? That's a good question. Div class name, alright, and we do, that's one place I use it. Great. So apparently I don't do that jibba jabba here in this particular project. Yeah, okay, fine. I think it evaluates it. So we'll say classes dot pop over root. We no longer need this. This should be fine. Alright, so maybe it doesn't evaluate it because it's not, yeah, okay. So it doesn't evaluate it because it's not a React component. And then if we're going to do that, then we might as well adjust the format. Tab. Okay. So it looks like that should do the trick. It was pop over root, right? Yeah, pop over root. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Oh, nope. Wrong thing. Give it a shot. Start it up. Have a sip of LaCroix while it starts up. Now, since I didn't do my training today, I really should be strict about my diet. But I'm feeling mighty hungry. Mighty hungry. And the danger foods, that is the foods I shouldn't have if I don't want to gain weight, and I don't have any left. Well, I do, but it's easy to avoid that temptation. So I do have safe foods that won't negatively impact me, but they're neutral. They won't positively impact me either. So I don't know if I should go ahead and indulge myself. I mean, it is Sunday. I'm not really feeling it. I don't want to start the week feeling meh. But on the other hand, it's one of those things where you enact that discipline. Alright, so what we want to check now is to see if that actually still worked. Okay, so it would help if I clicked on the one that actually does it. Alright, that came up. And okay, yes, it still worked. Alright, so that looks good. Now, the one thing I haven't done in a while, in a long time, is actually commit these changes. Let's double check, make sure. Alright, that we got all our changes saved. Status, git commit -am, tech det cleanup, git push. Let's see if I remember my password because I have not checked it in such a long time. Alright, and let us verify that the changes are there. My website, and yes, 20 seconds ago. Alright, nice. We're going to cut it a little close, but let's see if we can at least get my demo up and running. If we make the switch to it right now, if we do have that too many file handles open issue, which is possible, at least when we restart tomorrow, we'll only have this one project open. So that comes up, and we change back to UI-demo. Let's take a look at README, which probably should still have those issues. Actually, I don't think I've documented anything. Oh, I never finished this spiel, did I? I don't remember where I stopped, so I don't know where I should pick back up on it. And let's see, I know we have start it up. Then we're going to have warnings. We're going to have the typography variant warnings. I think we'll have the lifecycle warnings. Possibly the double navigation warnings. And the bottom navigation warning. I suspect. Well, we'll see if it even, okay, let's see if it even comes up. It really should. Pretty certain it should. I haven't changed anything since I got it working again. But maybe I should start my little song and dance while it's making up its mind about whether or not to render. Huh. It's funny, actually, when I started this, I was thinking to myself, because I sounded so nasally, that I would conscientiously attempt to speak in a lower register to, be more impressive. And hopefully then that would become muscle memory. But Forgot about doing that. So now I switch to the nasally, my normal tone. And then sometimes I switch to the higher register. Not masculine, not befitting my obvious masculinity. Oh, and I need to address that. Alright, well, at this point, normally I would go through and look at the console to see the warnings, but we are past the 30-minute mark. So I'll wrap it up for now. That's what we'll pick up tomorrow. We'll start back up again, and we'll go through the warnings, and then we'll start working off the tech debt. So cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of this Sunday afternoon, weekend, or whenever it is you're watching it. And then I hope you join me next time. And until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.